I'd say a very, very strong quarter. And if you think about Credit Suisse, we are one of the premier brands in the world in private banking and wealth management. So it's pleasing to see that business doing so well, because it's really a foundation for the future and what we want to do. The investment bank has been overall under pressure, but the equities performance is really pleasing, up 12%, advisory up 22%.
The company hasn't been run that well over the last few years. It's been an incredibly volatile stock, basically because of the investment bank. And there is hope that they will de-emphasise the investment bank, put more emphasis onto the private bank and asset management business, which will give a better balance to the business and, as Mr. Thiam says, a better return on capital. But we're waiting at the moment for a clear strategy to come through and whether they actually need to raise some capital to bolster their balance sheet from here.
I think the emphasis on return on capital is the obvious point. I mean, that may involve retrenchment or may not. I think the very difficult thing is when you look at return on capital, what are the transitory factors and what are the more permanent structural factors? And, for example, in fixed income, how quickly do we get to a new equilibrium in fixed income? We've had this cutback in capital commitment, reduction in revenues, but we do need to get to another point. And we say that both as shareholders and as users of fixed income investment banking. But that's in a way at the epicenter of this return on capital discussion.
As the situation in Europe starts improving, they'll start seeing more and more opportunities and allow that credit that has been trapped in these banks to start flowing a little bit more freely. And I think that will be a very positive for both the European economy as well as banks in general.
The comments we've heard so far and the way also the industry is going, yes, I would expect it, if you like, to look a bit more like UBS. I mean, the comments we've had from Mr. Thiam also, emphasizing things that have high ROEs, basically, and steady ROEs. So basically the wealth management, the growth seems to be a bit more in Asia these days, so clearly the focus there.